Hello, this is Jeff Robertson, National Sales Manager with Penton Audio USA. And this is a real quick video on how to load your audio files into any Terra-Com device and set up a quick schedule so you can have time tones, breaks, end of shifts, or anything that you would need a scheduled tone or any audio file to be played automatically. So to access any of your Terra-Com devices, go to your favorite browser. We suggest using Chrome. That seems to be the most stable. And just enter in your IP address of the device. And mine is 192.168.100.13. All of the Terra-Com devices, this will be very similar. So the username by default is admin, and the password by default is admin as well, all lowercase. And now we're into the login screen. First thing you want to do is load your files, because when you set up a schedule, you have to actually have pre-programmed events or messages or whatever in there so you can link the scheduled event to what you want it to do. So what we'll do is go into the Setup 1 tab, and from Setup 1 we will go to Media Setting. And once again, this is similar for just about every Terra-Com device. And right up here it says File Access. So we want to choose a file, and this takes us into your PC or whatever laptop you're looking at. And I know I have some files here, and I'm just going to put in some WAV files. And here's some WAV files, and I have, here we go. And I'll just get the 5-chime dual. I seem to like that a lot, especially for class chains. So once you have the file name displayed right here, just click on Store, and this will store it internally into the device you're connected to. And there you go. To double check that, just click down here with your file browser. This is actually the device's hard drive. And you can see there's my 5-chime dual right there. Now, over here is your playlist setting. To have a scheduled tone or audio file or message go off, what you need to do is actually create a playlist. And then when you set that event, you just say, I want to link it to this playlist, and then it will follow all the parameters that you're going to put in the playlist right here. So click on whatever audio file you want. I clicked on 5-chime dual, and you see it automatically popped over here into the playlist. We'll give this playlist a name, and I'm just going to say time tone, and let's say tones. And the repeat count is how many times you actually want that file to repeat. Now I've got 5 chimes in this WAV file. I could actually have had 1 chime in there and just said play it 5 times or repeat it 4 times. But I only want this to play once when it's ever scheduled to go off. So you hit 0 for no repeats, and it will just play once. Then you click over here to save to internal, and that saves it to the internal memory. And it, see right here, time tones, there it is. Now at any point I can come in here and actually click edit and change anything up here as I want. So once I have this programmed in there, what you want to do now is go to your Setup To function, because we're going to set up the schedule. And right under Setup To is Scheduler. We click on Scheduler. And what we want to do is give this a name, and we'll say tones. And here we just give it a start time. So if we wanted to say today, we'll just put today, and that's just the start day. And here's where you actually enter in the time, and this is 24-hour format. So if I want one to go off at 8 o'clock, I'll just hit 08, click add. And if we want another one to go off, we will say maybe I want one at 10 o'clock. We'll say 10 and add, and maybe there's one at noon. Add, and you get the idea. And you could put a bunch of times in here if you want. If I say, if I want to do 2:30, we'll do 14:30. Add. There you go. I could highlight one and remove it if I want, if I make a mistake or whatever. So once you have all your timed events entered in here or added, make sure it's enabled, because you can disable a schedule at any time that you want, just to turn the schedule off without deleting or anything like that. So make sure it's enabled. That just basically means it's going to run. And we go to the command. And for the command, we want to say music play. Basically, we're going to play an audio file. And when you do that, it's going to say, okay, which one of the internal playlists that you've previously scheduled or programmed do you want to play? And it's our internal time tones. And the repeat mode, we want this to go off daily. So if we said weekly, then we would set up, all the different times in here, and then that would do it just on whatever weekly day we did this. We started out so every Wednesday it would do that. If you program this to start on, say, a Wednesday or a Thursday. But we want this to go daily. And we never want it to stop, or you could actually go in here and actually program what day, calendar day you actually want the schedule to stop playing. But we'll just say never. And in the summary, you could actually just enter in a note to yourself so you could look at this and program. If you had a bunch of schedules, you knew what they were, you could just give yourself a little note. And we'll save to internal. And there it is. There is our schedule. You could click on it, and you can see it starts and ends and repeats daily. And I could, once again, go over here and edit it. But once this is saved to internal, it's going to be running. And if we, like I said, we click on it, we can see it enabled. If I wanted to turn the schedule off, I just hit disable, saved internal, and now that schedule will still be there, but you can see it's grayed out here. That means it's turned off. If we highlight it again and click on edit, all we have to do is enable it again, save to internal, and that schedule's active. That's all it takes. Put your audio files in there, create your playlist, and then create your schedule and set all your events, and make sure you set the command and repeat modes and link it to the messages that you want to play, and you will be good to go.